Oke, let's go. Hey guys, balik lagi sama gue. Welcome back to my channel. This is your boy Kryo. Halo. Oke, bentar ya. Di mana nih? Ini lupa gue kalau selesai untuk yang game PC itu harus di ini. Sebenarnya mobile juga sama sih, cuman gue ya gitu deh. Oke, sorry banget nih, gue kayaknya agak sedikit kekenyangan nih kayaknya gue. Sumpah deh, rasanya tuh begah banget, sumpah ya Allah. Nggak tahu ya, kayaknya hari ini makan, bentar gue lagi inget-inget dulu. Siang gue makan siang, terus setelah itu gue jatuhnya tadi tuh jam berapa, 4:30-an, lapar. Itu pun kayaknya akhirnya makan kursinya itu di 3 jenis modelnya, ada 3 model beda-beda gitu. Yang ada yang satu yang kursi yang kayak model di undangan tuh, yang kakinya besi tapi terus dudukannya empuk. Terus ada yang modelnya beda lagi, sama ada yang kayak kursi lipat gitu loh modelnya. Ada 3 deh, ada 3 jenis. Nah yang satu yang ada dudukan empuknya itu udah diambil. Nah 2 lagi itu belum diambil sampai udah lewat dari 7 hari. Gue pikir tadinya memang maksudnya buat yang kayak kalau misalnya ada acara kumpul pengajian atau apa gitu, tuh kursi ada gitu, ada yang ditaruh di situ. Cuman uh, emang agak sedikit curiga gitu, karena yang diangkut itu cuma si kursi yang yang udah diangkut pertama kali itu, yang dudukannya empuk itu, gue bilang entah kenapa itu doang yang diambil. Memang kebetulan memang 3 kursi itu tuh dari orang yang berbeda semua. Awalnya gue taunya ya memang yang kursinya pokoknya yang ngasih orangnya beda lah gitu. Ternyata yang 2 kursi yang belum diambil itu kursi dari orang yang sama. Dan ternyata baru gue udah sampai yang kayak sama nyokap gue tuh, dan nanyain ke satpam segala macem, ini mana sih ininya orangnya, kok yang punya kayak nggak merasa kursi gue tuh ketinggalan di sana gitu, kok nggak ada yang merasa kayak begitu. Sudah lewat dari 7 hari sendiri pun gitu, gue bingung kok kayak tidak ada yang merasa punya miliknya gitu. Lucu aja. Sampai akhirnya nyokap gue nyoba ngomongin orang yang bisa dibilang pengurus lah gitu untuk di RT gue kebetulan. Terus tanya gitu kayak ini kursinya ada 2 kursi lagi yang belum diambil, tapi ya, siapa yang punya, siapa gitu, kok sampai detik ini kursi nggak diangkat-angkat gitu. Jadi pertanyaannya jadi kayak begitu gitu. Jadi lucu aja. Sampai akhirnya dikasih tahu gitu kalau kursinya si ini, ternyata dua-duanya kursi orang yang sama gitu, yang ketinggalan, yang belum diambil. Ya sudahlah, terus akhirnya dibawa sisanya kan. Jadi ada yang kursi lipat itu 5, kursi yang satu lagi yang modelnya tuh kakinya besi gitu, kakinya besi. Dan menurut gue itu lebih berat, itu benar-benar yang besi besi yang padat gitu, bukan yang terus yang terbilang kopong atau ringan gitu model besi si kursinya. Nah, kursinya itu ada 12, udah 12, 6 udah dibawa sama satpam, 6 lagi gue yang bawa. Dan dengan merasa yang kayak kuat, oke, let's go, 6 ya gue bawa tuh. Aduh, sampai baru belum jauh. Itu padahal sebetulnya udah tinggal dikit lagi nyampe gitu sih ke rumah tetangga gue. Dan kebetulan untungnya rumah tetangga gue itu tidak jauh gitu. Ya tapi tetap aja lumayan kalau lu bawa barang seberat itu, perjalanan yang mestinya tidak jauh jadi terasa jauh karena berat banget sumpah. Sampai akhirnya ya udah, gue keterku. Ntar ya, nanti gue gedein dulu. Ku atur window. gue dapetin ending yang sangat-sangat gue tidak suka banget itu. Aduh, sebel banget gue ngeliat. Pokoknya mengingat itu tuh gue kayak aduh, why susah banget. Akhirnya gue memutuskan untuk memilih ending yang itu gitu. Oh ya, ini udah mau keluar ya untuk itu. Kayaknya udah habis belum sih konfinnya? Oh belum, tinggal 13 jam lagi. Ya ini udah mau keluar lagi yang baru si Neng, siapa namanya, Rocia. Cuman gue kayak antara Rocia atau si ini Jinsi, karena gue juga pengen dapat dia. Halo malam Arthur, sorry baru lihat. Soalnya Jinsi gue juga termasuk yang pengen gue dapetin. Kenapa ekspresi gue gitu ya? Bentar. Setting expressionnya dulu. Gue nominate. Well, jauh. Oke, ya gini aja dulu. Soalnya kalau dengan ekspresi yang cukup apa namanya, yang ekspresinya ada gitu ya. Kacau sih, kira ente main malam ini pada ini tanggal 23. Itu besok kan ada di jadwal, kan bisa dicek. Kenapa Bang? Ngambek lagi kah dia? Ngambek lagi kah dia? Ya besok. Dan besok pun kemungkinan ada abang gue, jadi kalaupun mau bareng 3 orang dari dirimu Arthur. Jadi Arthur, mungkin Trevor sama satu lagi mungkin. Kalau ada abang gue ya. Abang gue ngikut. Sorry ya kalau kayak kedengeran agak kurang semangat karena badan gue lagi sakit-sakit. Gegara ngangkut kursi. Aduh, pegel banget. Kursi dengan kerangka besi dan ada 6 dan 6-6-nya langsung gue angkut. Tangan gue sampai kayak nggak bisa diangkat. John Victorio. No depths for old man. Oke, nice. Ini tanggal 25 ya. Ini nggak ada lagi ya. Oh, ini ada lagi. Wah, gila. Gila juga nih. Banyak banget. 25. Sorry, salah lihat tanggal gue. Ini kan 1/16 sampai 23. Iya, gue salah baca aja. Oh iya, ini ya udah dapat. Oke. Ini 23. Oh, besok berarti ya. 23 sampai. Yang gue baca 25 hanya salah. Oke, ini 23 ya. Union XP straight 100. Ini lumayan. Paling 111. Tangan wajah bapak. Yap. Oke, gue mau jalanin dulu sekalian karena sampai detik ini dia belum bisa gue naikin untuk skillnya karena story-nya belum terbuka. Biarpun sebetulnya kemungkinan bisa sih gue jalanin, cuman gimana sih? Bukan di boost challenge, bukan weekly. Nah, bisa sebetulnya, cuman ada tulisan limited time early access. Nah, ini gua nggak tahu nih. Soalnya kalau dipencet tuh tulisannya arriving at the destination in advance may influence your story experience. Proceed anyway. Nggak mau gue. Game yang berat kan? Enggak dong. Tidak saya. Oh ya, karena kebetulan gue dapat lungsuran laptop dari almarhum bokap gue. Jadi dan kebetulan laptopnya bokap gue tuh setelah gue cek lebih strong daripada laptop gue sendiri gitu. Dan laptop gue lagi sekarang dipakai kakak gue, ini gue yang pakai. Kalaupun gue main dari HP ya kalau dibilang berat terasa, tapi masih oke lah. Masih bisa di medium, tapi gue taruh di 30 fps biar nggak terlalu yang overheat dan berat gitu loh. Oke, sekarang gue story dulu saja bapak. What yesterday cancel dulu, cek. Proceed, let's go. Yang pasti sih untuk dari menurut gue ya, singet gue pokoknya Seingat gue untuk size-nya lebih kecil dibanding game sebelah. Seingat gue ya. Cuman gue nggak tahu, mungkin ada yang bisa mengkonfirmasi kalau memang size-nya lebih kecil. Tapi seingat gue lebih kecil. Biarpun mungkin speknya agak lebih berat karena game ini kan keluarannya belakangan kan. Jadi biasanya kalau belakangan kan dia mengikuti untuk spesifikasi game keluaran tahunnya yang game itu keluar gitu. Biasanya kan gitu. Gue mau jalan aja tadinya, cuman kayaknya kalau jalan kelamaan, udah lari aja. Gue mau jalan tadinya. Kayaknya kalau gue sprinting kayaknya gimana gitu.
Steeped in both shadow and light.
Oh, gak gue autoin.
The birds sing, the flowers bloom, yet this world knows neither true joy nor eternity. Come closer, righteous one. There's no need for hesitation. I am Fenrico, the primus of the Order of the Deep. Your deeds have reached my ears, and I have long wished to meet you. Alas,
yang gue seneng tuh
the burdens of this world delayed.
Gerakan mulutnya tuh sama apa yang
I
diomongin.
beg your pardon for the wait. Please accept my respect for you. You and your troop have shown great talent and ambition, breathing new life into Raguna.
Jadi bukan kayak gerakan mulut dubbing JP tapi dikasih dubbing Inggris gitu, tapi benar-benar ya gerakan mulutnya tuh gerakan ini bahasanya apa gitu ya.
All mortals
Patui,
stumble.
aduh gua nggak terlalu ngikutin game sebelah dari
They have cleansed their
jadi mohon maaf
souls.
Patui itu yang mana,
their
ini apa,
transgressions.
cuma tahu istilahnya doang
They have
teman,
earned their
secara
right to return to
detailnya
this
gimana gua nggak
divinely
tahu.
blessed land.
Baikkah,
I
jahatkah
understand
itu
that
gua nggak tahu sama
questions
sekali.
weigh on your heart.
Mohon maaf.
In the presence of a just divinity, speak freely, and I will answer with all
Jadi di
the
download.
honesty
Nggak hari ini.
I possess.
Jadi pun nggak hari ini.
By the great
Minggu depan mungkin.
sentinel
Soalnya
imperator, I
Sabtu
swear
Minggu
to you,
pun udah ada
there shall
jadwal
be
juga,
no
biarpun belum gue
deceit in
buat
my
tapi udah ada
words.
jadwal. Sabtu itu gue mau lanjut Elden Ring yang seamless co-op yang bareng si Kenshin. Kalau minggunya itu mau si Kidman ngajakin main Sword Art Online Integral Factor. Jadi kalaupun melanjut mau main online-nya paling minggu depan. Tuh. Dan minggu depan pun gue nggak tahu mungkin bisa sih hari Senin karena untuk si siapa tadi itu udah kelar, si Last of Us udah kelar kan. Jadi kemungkinan untuk yang kosong, untuk mengisi kekosongan si Last of Us bisa si download.
You have walked a path similar to theirs. Indeed, you have the right to meet them. However, due to the dark tide 2 decades ago, the Sentinel's body was gravely wounded and remains in a state of recovery.
Sentinel itu siapa sih? Sampai
If
sekarang
you
gue
wish
nggak
to
tahu.
meet them, I will convey your request. I see the thirst for truth in your eyes. It is clear that doubts still linger in your heart. Please, voice your concerns.
Tell me about the blessed fleur de lis.
Fleur de lis. She was the emissary of the Sentinel, and we are grateful for her contributions.
Oh, itu yang kemarin ya, yang gua
20
temuin.
years ago, during the Dark Tide, she sacrificed herself to seal the calamity. She fulfilled her duties in this world and returned to the divine embrace.
Sorry.
Do you know how the Dark Tide came into being? In Rinascita, wars were waged in the name of faith, tearing apart the Sentinel as our faith divided, weakening their divine power. The Dark Tide's true essence is the divine blood shed from the Sentinel's wounds. That tragic past left deep scars, and with their divine power drained, they could not prevent the Dark Tide's surge 20 years ago. The Blessed Maiden chose to martyr herself. She once again resonated with the Sentinel and, through her sacrifice, restored some of their divine power, bringing an end to the Dark Tide. Yet, the Sentinel remains in a state of healing and still requires a mortal representative. Following the Blessed Maiden's departure, I was granted new authority to cleanse the aftermath of the Dark Tide. I received the divinity's
Dia mau main
blessing
yang di versi
and
mobile
became the new
Cuman HP gue lagi di
enlightened one.
cas, jadi tak jadi.
By their will, I fulfill the tasks left unfinished in this world. Therefore, we must unify all
Gua
beliefs,
doang atau
ensuring the purity and unity of our will to prevent another tragedy.
gerakan mulutnya sama sama yang diomongin, biarpun agak sedikit beda gitu ya mungkin. Tapi di saat terbuka dan tertutupnya omongannya tuh sama gerakannya gitu loh maksud gue.
He said she once again resonated with the Sentinel. Was that really a second resonance awakening? Sentinel Jue had a trial with Jin Shi, but my permission was needed to transfer the Sentinel's power.
You're hiding things from me.
I swear, my words are without deceit. I see in your eyes that you have walked further on the
Oh, dia
path of
Federico ini
justice
pas
than
saat
I anticipated.
posisinya mirip kayak si Jitsi kah? Cuma karena di beda kota gitu? Atau gimana?
Oh, dear Sentinel, please forgive my transgressions. The Dark Tide brought us a blood-stained lesson. To keep our people from faltering, I bound myself to silence, locking away what I witnessed on that fateful day. Fleur-de-Lis, the unrighteous, deceived us all. She was not the Blessed Maiden chosen by the Sentinel. The true maiden has yet to reveal herself.
Why did people believe she was the Blessed Maiden?
You must know that a being capable of rivaling our divinity exists in this world. Humanity's eternal adversary, the evil of all civilizations, the Threnodian. As the Sentinel has their resonator, so does the Threnodian.
Gue lupa deh. Sebelum ini tuh
Fleur-de-Lis was
story-nya tuh gini
shaped
juga
both
kan.
body and
Ini apa ini?
spirit
Kucing tidur.
by our ancient enemy. Her actions were intended to plunge this city into fear and chaos. This is the truth I witnessed. Fleur-de-Lis was the Threnodian's resonator.
Nani? Ah, ateis. Let's go to the back. Orang sampai begitu ya, gue malah gliding. Padahal sebetulnya tadi tuh ada video short yang mau gue upload hari ini, besok deh. Insyaallah besok. Ada 2 sih, tapi yang untuk yang hari ini tuh
How can
sebetulnya ada
that be?
1.
That blessed maiden. Could she really be the Threnodian's resonator? What if the Primus's words were a bunch of baloney? But we saw Cardathea following the Sentinel's instructions. They wouldn't mix up their own resonator, right? Now my head hurts. Who was she really with? The Sentinel or the Threnodian? Well, probably won't get any more answers from him.
Yes.
All the clues we've gathered so far point to the Threnodian. And the Phasalia family worships the Threnodian. We'll have to wait for Carlotta to arrange an audience with them. Something tells me this carnival is just the beginning. There's more ahead. I'm sure of it.
Ini kayaknya kalau gue tiduran, ketemu kasur, terus peluk guling,
Frolova,
tidur gue
you
langsung.
do have a knack for indulging in pointless little chores.
Why, there's no rule against an actor making good use of the intermission.
Who is he?
Besides, I haven't disrupted your arrangement, have I? The one from a faraway land who discerns the truth dares to raise their sword against the divine. In response, the slumbering gods break free from their shackles, revealing their true forms. The possibility of the second resonance awakening is now a
Laki
certainty.
kan?
So
Yeah.
we just need to see if that special resonator truly exists. Was the Blessed Maiden a resonator for the Sentinel or the Threnodian?
Terus itu bukan yang di awal?
Or both? If so, oh, a resonator capable of wielding both powers. I am eager to see how this story ends. Cristoforo, if you don't want to spoil the next act, I might have to give your carefully crafted plot a little nudge. Speaking of which, that rover shines brighter than anyone else in your play. Do you find her interesting as well?
Frolova, it seems we walk different paths. I don't share your fondness for that sort of puppet theatre. I merely place the characters on their stage and they act out their fates, driven by their own volition. To remain courageous amidst absurdity. To pursue a spark of divine grace. This, to me, is the truest essence of humanity. Don't you think? Even the most pristine cadence of death pales beside the untamed,
Bener-bener
fervent,
burung.
tenacious
Mendarat.
spirits of the living. In their journey, they resolutely overcome all obstacles. They pursue, they tear, they burn, simply because they desire to. I think you should leave your secluded mansion. Take a walk and listen to the voices scattered across the world.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
From Huanglong to Rinasita, she has indeed added a few unexpectedly beautiful notes to my symphony.
I am certain that, even without any direction, she will walk the path that destiny has laid before her.
Gue yang pengen gue bahas tuh tadi.
All things ascend toward a
Ini
singular
udah
point of
putih
convergence.
apa?
And what
Blonde,
awaits at the
blonde.
end is
Gue gak tau blue yang lain blonde juga apa enggak.
immortality.
Tapi
Before the
apa,
tides
bulu
of fate,
matanya pasti hitam.
we are all
Mau
but
kayak gimana pun pasti hitam.
humble
Jadi bukan sesuatu yang aneh
servants.
kalau terus tiba-tiba bulu mata lu nggak sesuai dengan rambut lu gitu. Gua nggak tahu ya untuk orang-orang di luar sana yang memang rambutnya blonde atau berbeda warna, nggak kayak kita gitu. Apakah ini juga gitu loh sama blonde apa hitam gitu juga atau gimana gua nggak tahu. Ini story-nya si itu ya. Go to the Liberty Square in midnight. Oke. Oh, story-nya habis. Terus story-nya dia gitu gua. Oh, oke. Ah, apa nih? A toy made. Oke. Of the old. Lumayan sih sebetulnya kayak gini-gini tuh dapat itu juga. Oke, berarti gua story-nya. Ini dulu kali. Ini dulu. Rosy Village ini dulu deh yang dapat 20 astrite. Lumayan nggak sih? Apa story-nya dari story karakter si Carlotanya ya? Bisa jadi sih. Coba ya. Ini dulu. Setelah dari sini. Oh ini yang gini ya. Enggak. Oh ada satu, oke, apa? Belum mencari lagi gue. Are you the Rova, the great hero who single-handed? No one can do that single-handedly. I seem to have heard the little bit of that. You can start with touching those flashy suruh megang ini. Salah, bukan lu, bukan yang gitu. Oh udah, gitu doang. Gua udah ngasih padahal. Tapi ininya masih ada nongol. Baru ibaratnya kayak misinya baru keluar. Padahal gua udah dari kapan tahu jalaninnya. Cuma itu doang, ngasih tahu itu doang. Oke, sip. Kalau nggak salah ini gak jauh dari ini deh. Aku mau kesini dulu. Mau gelut dulu, gelut. Ayo gelut.
Quickly and swiftly. Take 4. Watch out! The fruit of evolution. My compliments. You've crossed the wrong person. Surrender. You will yield. Found your weak spot.
Together we vanquish. Beckon the
The
divine.
divine place. Boom.
Slow. Sever. Fruit of evolution. Bask in the sunlight. My compliments. Such stubbornness. Running won't save you. The world is mine.
Boom. Widih, keren itu. Gua mau nge-print screen gak dapet. Keren itu pose sumpah. Dapat crit rate gak tuh? Crit rate attack. Let's go. Sekarang tujuan gua kemana tadi? Jam berapa? Misinya 10 antara jam 10 sampai jam 2. Jam 10 sampai jam 2. Oh, pantas kok ada yang tajam. Ternyata bantalan. Sudah kah? Bentar, ini sebetulnya kelihatan jamnya nggak sih? Kita jam berapa sekarang? Ngeceknya di sini. Current time. Jam 10 ya. Itu dari jam 10 sampai jam 2 dia harus diantaranya jam 12 malam. Bisa gitu sih. Cari angka tengahnya gitu. Cari waktu tengahnya.
The midnight chime has faded, yet the night endures. Restless hearts long for an understanding that should be ours. In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. This should be the place Capello mentioned in his invitation.
With this invitation, I wish to personally thank you for all you have done for the Montelli family, and to amend the slight misstep in your reception. I hope this gesture will help to mend
ingat
any
ini
misunderstandings and
Apa guanya yang
strengthen
lupa?
our alliance.
Apa yang waktu pertama kali
In
pas
the
mau
name of the Montellis, I shall honor my allies as I do my own kin and blood.
apa bukan ya? Tahu lupa gue.
In the freest place of Raguna, I await your arrival. Yours sincerely, Capello Montelli.
I knew it. Another invitation. That's kind of their signature, huh? But this wasn't Carlotta. Who's this Capello guy?
Capello.
Oh, yeah. The big boss of the vault and all that jazz. Guess it won't hurt swinging by Carlotta's family. They do owe us a big one. I bet he's got something good planned. A pile of money. Maybe a mega feast.
Dasar Ebi, pikirannya makan.
I've been feeling pretty weird lately. My head's all wobbly. I might not be able to show right when you need me. Okay, you've got this. If anything happens, just smash your way through.
Ebi, you're so
Anyway,
cute.
I'll leave this to you then. Oh, but hey, if you ever need my help, just give me a shout, okay?
You're so cute, Ebi. Alah, you're cute as a overload, Ebi.
To locate me so precisely and deliver the invitation right into my hands. This Capello Montelli knows what he's doing.
Baca the book. Halt! Who goes there? Oh, bayangan itu.
Forgive me for not meeting you properly until now. Guest from the Black Shores, laureate of the Carnival, savior and friend of the Montellis. Your presence is an honor.
Okay.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Capello Montelli, Carlotta's uncle, son of the Adreno, and the next head of the family.
Kenapa dikuningin gitu ya? Kayak something important yang kita nggak boleh lupa atau
Given Capello's stature, a private meeting at this hour? Is it really just about gratitude?
why the sudden invitation from someone of your rank?
Without you, the traitors wouldn't have been captured, and I freed from their hands. While Carlotta has expressed our family's gratitude, I feel obliged to do it in person. But unfortunately, the traitors had little to offer, and the one behind them is still in the shadows. Unnerving, isn't it?
Gue yang bosnya itu aja belum tahu cara ngelawannya gimana. Yang buat bisa dapetin yang weekly-nya buat si Carlota.
That does narrow down the possibilities. Things aren't as bright for the Montellis as they may seem. The Order, Physaelias, and the Fraxidus. Any attempt to break the status quo puts us at risk.
Ini beneran Capolo ya kan?
The traitors
Kalau
we
mencurigakan ya?
captured
Kayak
were a
bukan
warning,
Capolo.
but also a reminder
Ya,
to survive.
mungkin tetap dari keluarga
Donasi
Montelli,
Alliance
tapi
is
dia
beyond
lebih ke
the
kayak
family.
mungkin apa sebutannya ya? Shadow, body
Especially
double.
with you,
Nah,
just as Carlotta did. Now that you mention it, let me be clear. Carlotta is dear to me, and nothing will change that. But she's from the lesser branch of the family. Tradition says I, the rightful heir, should manage dealings with the Black Shores, not her. Restoring order and benefiting the family as I intended, that's what I meant in the letter by amending a slight misstep. The leader of the Black Shores must have sent you here with a purpose. Tell me, and I will offer you support far beyond what Carlotta could provide.
mencurigakan. Support with a high price, I suppose.
The choice is yours, of course. But as the family heir, I will not see my authority undermined, even by those I consider allies.
Huh.
So if you can't stand by my side, I prefer you stay out of the Montelli's affairs. Otherwise, believe me, you won't want to find yourself at odds with us, no matter how strong you are. You're welcome to remain an observer from the sidelines, but once you join the table, you play by the rules. My rules.
Mencurigakan ya.
Well said. But the rules are not set in stone, are they?
Kenapa ditanda-tanyain ya? Kan udah tahu Carlota. Mini
What
Songhyun.
matter of intrigue brought you and Rover together at this hour, Uncle? A table? Are we speaking of a splendid card game, then?
Your timing is most unfortunate. Our little chat just finished.
Pity. I didn't think you'd pull her aside for a private word, especially after all Rover and I have been through together. But since you've finished, would you excuse us now?
Carlotta, you stay. I have more to discuss with you.
Meet me at the rendezvous. Beware the ice.
A gun is a powerful tool, but only in the hands of the worthy.
I understand, Uncle. I've never forgotten where my privileges come from, nor will I covet what's not mine. The Black Shores, the Carnival. My sole principle is whether they benefit the Montellis. I will execute any command that strengthens the family, and crush any threats to our standing.
Very well. Keep your words in mind.
Uncle, about Bennett. Have you heard?
Have you heard?
That family thief stealing from the vault. Why? Are you suggesting I failed my duties?
Not at all. I just happened to overhear someone talking about it in passing.
Karena paman sih ya, karena rambutnya beda. In the name of Montella.
I'm more entangled in the Montelli family's schemes than I ever realized. When I went after the traitors... No. When I decided to help with the Carnival, Carlotta warned me about eyes. So she probably wants me to avoid unnecessary attention.
Gimana
I'm not
tuh?
sure why, but staying under the radar is never a bad idea.
Ya. Tidak memberitahu kalau ini. Masa depan situ ada mata. Ada yang memantau aku. Oke aman, let's go. Kenapa jadi Metal Gear gini kok? Sedikit. Terus taunya itu yang bakal bisa memantau aku gimana ya?
Carlotta's not here yet. Guess I'll have to wait.
Matanya begini tapi ujang. Asik. Who are you, sir? Kok udah curiga gitu sih? Kok ada NPC berdiri kayak ngebelakangin tampan sekali. Dari dulu gue paling demen ngeliat karakter yang pakai jas komplit gitu ya, terus ada code-nya yang panjang
Might I
gitu.
trouble you for a light, young lady?
Buat karakter cowok dengan ngeju kayak gitu, coolnya keren, dapat banget menurut gue. Bahkan di PSO 2 New Genesis gue ada karakter yang ada baju yang kayak begitu ininya, bajunya. Aduh, sumpah itu gue sampai bela-belain kayak dapat beli kostum yang kayak begitu buat dapat dengan kostum yang gue pengenin gitu loh ibaratnya.
Oh well, a cigar without smoke. My granddaughter told me Raguna's reign is a bad omen. Can't argue with that now, can I?
You've been looking at this painting for a while. Anything special about it?
Oh, did it capture your interest as well? Or are you simply passing the time until the rain ends?
Just say I'm waiting.
Then it seems you'll have to put up with me for a while. The Montelli family prides themselves on their eclectic taste in art. Any style by any artist can find its home within their quarter. Art knows no boundaries of
story-nya
time,
Carlota.
place, or the mind. Here we stand,
Iya.
united by the
Kayaknya questnya
rain,
udah habis yang story-nya.
drawn
Nggak
to
tahu
the
udah habis,
same
nggak tahu nanti ada lagi, gue nggak tahu.
They
Soalnya
say
kayaknya
in
story-nya
art,
sangat
we glimpse
ini,
pieces
panjang
of our
kayaknya.
own soul.
Kalaupun belum lanjut gitu ya.
What do you make of this
Kalaupun
piece?
dilanjutin lagi gitu kayaknya masih
Care to
masih
share
ada,
your
masih
thoughts?
ada gitu. Dan kayaknya tuh bakal ngelawan yang kayak waktu lawan si Scar itu loh, Pak. Kayaknya. Siapa tadi, gue lupa namanya siapa. Delicate. Yes. Collision. It's too abstract for me. Maybe something.
You have keener eyes than I expected. Seeing essence beneath the surface. I share the same view, except that I'm somehow saddened by the part that forsakes its character to achieve balance. Perhaps chosen by the artist for its uniqueness. Now is not the time to cling to existing balance, but to embrace the unknown. Seek change and carve out one's path, just as she once did.
Oke. Carlota, ya Carlota storynya Carlota baru masuk gue.
Glory in Decay. The Impressionist Pizzoli's latest piece.
Kecil
Didn't know
sekali
you
dia
had
lucu.
such refined taste.
This an old with casting it with an old gentleman.
I dodged those pesky eyes the whole way here, worried you'd been kept waiting too long. But it seems you've kept yourself entertained.
Kalau lu nggak
So,
ngepull
the old
dan
gentleman was
sekarang
simply
terakhir hari
hiding
ini
from the
terakhir
rain,
tuh
was he?
si Carlota.
The Montelli Quarter does attract art enthusiasts. Anyway, I'm glad prying eyes didn't follow. When it rains in Ragusa, surprises are as common as puddles. A delay is only a small splash.
Besok pun
Calling you here with
mestinya
little
enggak sih,
explanation and a
soalnya
word of
karakternya
caution.
udah ada.
I can only imagine your
Enggak, maksudnya
confusion.
dalam storynya pun karakternya udah bisa dipakai, udah ada di dalam storynya gitu, dia karakternya dipakai. Jadi kemungkinan update gedenya pun kayaknya enggak sih. Iya, cuma paling kayak update kecil.
Bukan update cerita kan?
Mestinya iya, nggak tahu ya. Tadi gue cek deh. Ada update story juga apa enggak? Mungkin ada story yang lebih ke story karakternya mungkin. Ya perlu di screenshot ini. Ya perlu di screenshot ini. Neng Carlotanya.
The shark in our midst has finally made its move. Recently, several of our partners claim to have found a superior seller and ended their dealings with us.
Partian berlima. Lah, dia yang ngundang.
Meanwhile, Bennett, our vault keeper, was reported to have embezzled and sold vault assets. It's said that he tried to flee, but was killed by tacit discords outside the city.
Rover Shopkeeper. Kalau gue sih lebih ke situ. The true couple. Legal wife kalau kata-kata orang gitu. Legal wife.
I'm not so sure. I've worked with Bennett before. He was principled, bold,
Shopkeeper legal
not
wife,
reckless,
Pak. Dia
not one to easily betray.
I always with you
and
forever and ever and ever. Shopkeeper
The night he died,
gitu.
he sent a photo to my terminal. A blood-stained page of an anthology, marked with 3 phrases. Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. When 40 winters siege thy beauty,
Soulmate lagi.
and
Betul.
the planet turns right, twice and a half. The meaning is yet to be revealed, but he is clearly conveying a message.
Kalau ini kecil banget ya.
All evidence points to Bennett being the key to uncovering the shark lurking in our waters. The Montelli family is a symbol of liberation for Raguna. We uphold freedom and equality for all. Our vault is the heart of our family. And if it is corrupted, it threatens not only us, but risks plunging the city back into oppression and isolation. As much as I hate to suspect family members, I cannot rule any of them out. You, however, are different. As an outsider who has aided us in capturing the initial traitors, I hope to not be proven wrong, but I feel that I can trust you.
Yang laser dulu.
My uncle's words were clear. Only those
terserah
at the
sih, yang
table
nembak
can
juga nggak
play the
apa-apa.
game. To engage with my
satu.
family, one must have both standing and
Ya.
purpose.
Kalau buat satu target emang itu
So,
mendingan yang itu.
I offer you a new identity in our upcoming inquiry. Cat's Eye, a provisional
skillnya
member
lu ntar
under
kaget
my
lah.
patronage.
Ngarahin skill yang lasernya. Bukan yang laser. Oh udah. Not really.
If you wish to join, you must undertake the final assessment and pledge your loyalty to the Montellis. When it comes to family matters, we like to use code names, each tied to a unique token.
Ranking doang
Mine,
gede.
for example, is Opal. Opal recommended Cat's Eye.
Duit.
It has a
Sultan.
ring to it, don't you think? Also, have you looked closely at your own eyes? They share the same luster as Cat's Eye gems. Now, Cat's Eye, will you stand with me to catch the traitor within our family and avert this looming threat?
Iya bang.
I understand decorum is important to the Montellis. But among friends, can't we be a bit more informal?
What made you say that? Ah, you're curious who I am beyond my role. Is that it? I just might entertain that thought. But for now, my agents just sent me the address of Bennett's residence. While his body has been found, what he left behind is still out there.
Let's try our luck at his residence. Okay. Mana nih? Oke.
It seems someone has acted faster. Those two, they're my uncle's agents, Sage and Acorn.
Sage and Acorn.
Yes,
Could
we
be.
address each other by code names, handy identifiers in a crowd. I'll keep you updated on the family members' code names we encounter, along with any other details you might need. Seems like they are looking for something as well. It's only natural my uncle wishes to retrieve the lost items, but my presence might raise a few eyebrows. Yes, you try and loosen their lips. If memory serves, they are senior members, having served under my uncle for years. Regulars at margaritas. Talk business with merchants and wine with drinkers. Engage their interests, and their words will flow like a river. As for the rest,
Advice. Belok nih, mau belok nih.
Hey, that's you they're calling.
No, that's both of us. But I don't recognize this person.
Neither do I. Listen up.
Okay, you got the names right. Must be family. Who are you?
I'm a Montel. No. I'm Cat's Eye. New to the
Cat's
family.
Eye. Doesn't ring a bell. Probably one of those new recruits after the carnival.
So, what do you need? We are just about to wrap up and grab a bite at margaritas. Still got a lot on our plate today.
Say, I've heard whispers of your skills. Seeing you here, it's clear you're on an important mission, aren't you? I haven't faced a true challenge since I got here. Would you accept my help? I'm sure I'd learn a thing or two.
Easy. We've just finished up, so nothing more to help with. But here's something I can tell you. Someone tried to steal from the vault recently.
Halo Mika, halo. Did you recover the
No,
stolen goods?
not yet. We've looked everywhere, but found nothing.
To be honest, I doubt we'll ever find them. The thief has probably sold everything off by now, and we are short on manpower. That's a needle in a haystack, if you ask me.
Boss doesn't seem to worry. He's
Well,
okay.
our boss is the Adreno's son. He has his methods. Our job is to follow orders, not to ask questions.
Okay.
Just do what we're told and do it
Siap.
well.
Thank you Mika.
That's right. If you spot anything unusual,
Beneran nggak tuh?
keep an eye on it. Could be
Cuma ini
your
doang,
big break.
ledek-ledekan kayak waktu itu
With a
aja.
bit more time, I think you'll do just fine.
Bukannya waktu itu katanya udah boarding, apa belum? Beneran? Oke, siap nih.
So they found nothing, but assumed Uncle wasn't concerned. That makes no sense. Everything that happened recently ties back to the vault. If Uncle wished to protect his position, he'd be quick to retrieve the items and resolve the situation. Curiously, Bennett was last sighted in the vicinity of Liberty Square, where you met Uncle. Last night, I was investigating the area before I happened upon your private meeting.
Udah pulang lagi kah? Maksudnya pulang lebih ke liburan atau gimana? Screenshot kan? Boleh buat meyakinkan gitu kan, maksudnya silahkan.
But when I brought this up with him afterwards, he didn't seem privy to any details. As for my search of Bennett's home, nothing of note turned up, just as the two agents reported. I found no spoils, not even the faintest trace of them being stored or moved. Everything about his living space fits the profile of a typical junior vault employee. I also asked around about Bennett after our previous collaboration. He was ambitious, but never greedy.
Udah boarding tuh.
I was even told he refused a bribe offered by a business associate during an operation. The Montelli family is ever generous with wealth and opportunities, welcoming all who aspire to make their mark in Ragusa. Mere profit would never make him betray us. For now, more evidence is required. The entire matter might need to be approached from a different angle. Shh. Hold still. See that man over there, the one that looks like a grey dove?
Starts running.
After him, quick.
Kirim di off. Aduh, nggak kelihatan. Screenshot kecil, nanti tak zoom. Run! Hey old man, come back here, you old man! Diriku sudah lihat.
Nowhere to run. Now it's time for a proper chat.
These old creaky bones of mine.
Creak.
Did I offend you? Or are you just chasing down every passing soul? Never thought the Montellis would grow so aggressive.
No running, no chasing.
He had no choice but to run, to escape his past and sever any ties with the Montellis. Right, old Duncan?
I must admit, you have an annoyingly good memory. It's remarkable that someone of your rank would remember a man such as myself.
I will never forget that stormy night, nor any of the members who were caught in it.
Sadly, I've no desire to be remembered. To me, Montelli is only a name of the past. There were moments of joy, but they cannot make up for my loss. Now, I only feel tired.
Pusing, Mbak. Pantogin, Mbak. You say one thing but do another.
Why go back to what you claim to have left in the past? Unless there is something you can't ignore.
You were standing across from Bennett's doorway, and your clothes are still damp from the rain. You weren't simply passing by, you were watching. What were you looking for? Or, should I ask, what did you hope to find?
I don't know. To grieve for my last friend in the family? To blame him for being so reckless and greedy? Or to figure out how this fool ended up in such a mess?
Gitu-gitu aja.
Hoping to find the lost items and settle his debts, so he may rest in peace. I tried to persuade him to leave with me, but failed. In Raguna's game, the Montelli family has only two options. We either play to win, or are forced to leave with nothing.
Oof.
Every Montelli has a chance at their desires. But what's the price? They stake everything they hold dear. Family, love, faith, principles, and even their life.
Marah-marah aja, Pak.
Now, his ambition and greed have cost him everything.
Most people find acceptance easier than change, as change demands the bravery to face uncertainty. No great endeavor is without its perils. So yes, if the Montellis are to drive the change and push past current barriers, the path ahead will be anything but easy. The family exists to withstand what an individual cannot, and accomplish what might otherwise be unattainable. But within the family, each Montelli still enjoys the freedom of choice. Your leaving is a testament to this, is it not? If you're willing, there is still much to be done for Bennett. His terminal, the alleged stolen goods, everything but his body remains missing. Given your familiarity, you might help us in locating these items.
This may not be a surprise.
In that case, you might want to speak to Scarlet Velvet.
Who is this Scarlett Johansson? Bukan. Scarlet Velvet.
The leader of a network of commoners seeking freedom in Raguna. They had close ties with Bennett. If he was really stealing, I'd wager they were complicit. And that said, with their recent fallout with the family, I can't guarantee you'll find them, let alone talk to them.
We have little choice but to try. Now, let's go. We're off to the most reliable source of information in Raguna.
Oke. Coba kameranya. Oke. Manjat ke. Manjat gue cepet. Oh, let's go. Trot. Kok masih di atas? Nyangkut.
This is the place. In Raguna's market, they say fortune seldom favors those who lack a taste for fine drinks. Among traders, there's a secret code in the way drinks are mixed. A base of bitter almond and mint, for instance, usually signals danger and death. But some have devised their own, more private codes.
It's not just a drink, it's a conversation.
Yes. This area is essentially a neutral zone in the city. No affiliations, no restrictions. With the ongoing feud between Scarlet Velvet and the Montellis, finding her will be difficult. But I've heard they have eyes and ears here. So all that remains is to order the right drink, watch the crowd, and let their reactions lead us to Scarlet Velvet's contact.
Greetings. What will it be today?
A Scarlet Velvet ribbon, please.
Scarlet Velvet. An uncommon choice. Perhaps the one you seek is waiting just as patiently. May you both find what you've come for.
Okay. Kemana aku? Talk to the person to the country.
The wild
banget nih, Bapak.
desires, they swallow me like the roaring waves. Oh, how maddening is your tender love.
Mabok nih orang ya.
I'd forsake it all, just to be forever lost in your embrace. But this amber drink, a deadly poison? Or a healing tonic? No, leave me be. Don't bother me. The void, the endless void has consumed me. I want no part in anything. Who are you and who am I? Montelli, Phasalia, the Order, the Commoners. Without these names, what sets us apart? But reality is cruel, and we have no refuge.
Let's go. Clearly he's not the one we're looking for.
Mabok nih orang diajak ngobrol nggak nyambung. Oke. Woman.
Oh, there you are. I noticed you as soon as you walked in.
Okay, to join.
Don't get me wrong, I've only been here long enough to recognize that drink, but I'm not making any guarantees beyond that.
Okay.
That swagger and flair. You're with the Montelli family, am I right? I know I'm not the one you came for, but don't dash off just yet. You don't know what I have up my sleeve, you know? How about you let me prove how reliable I can be for your family? Go on, test me. If you're talking about Bennett Montelli, he's right at the heart of the family's latest drama. Word is, he has broken the family's oath. But one of his greatest moments was recovering a lost shipment with the family's young lady. Isn't life full of ironies?
Impressive. You've proved yourself capable. 3 days from now, at this hour, return here and order a golden ears mambo. Watch for someone wearing a green tourmaline.
Okay. Obsessed man.
Kirsch, whiskey, and cherry tomatoes. Sipping revenge. Blood orange gin. That drink you have there is quite rare. Would you mind telling me what it means?
No.
Ah, a riddle cloaked in mystery. You don't want to share, huh? Oh, sorry. I am just simply enthralled by symbols and codes. I've been exploring how drinks might encode numerical values through alcohol content or vintage, perhaps. But lately, I'm starting to wonder if the drink itself even matters.
The key to any language lies in the shared rules and agreements between both parties. With that in mind, the same drink or even the same object can be given countless meanings, much like how my people and I sometimes improvise codes with whatever's available. Sounds like you've been at this code research for quite some time. Mind if I ask you a question? Do you know when the bartender started his shift today?
Let me see. I got here quite early, and he was here about the same time. Probably around 8 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Anything else I can get you? Or is there a problem with the drinks?
As expected from a Scarlet Velvet informant, you are smart. In a place like this, a bartender is the perfect cover. The least noticed, but with the best view. You mix every drink and pass every code. You might not understand all of them, but nothing of importance ever escapes you. So this Scarlet Velvet ribbon is meant for you. Am I correct, sir?
Well, well. It finds its way back to me at last. A drink of trouble, I'd call it. Contact has been made, and by the rules, a conversation should follow. But Scarlet Velvet has decided there will be no further dealings with the Montellis. The partnership is broken, and whatever bond you had is all but gone. If you do meet up, Lady Carlotta, aren't you afraid things might turn ugly?
There's no need to fight when we can talk.
It's rumored that Scarlet Velvet's decision to end our partnership has something to do with a vault keeper named Bennett.
Surely you don't believe that nonsense.
Then what is the truth? Bennett was recently found dead in the wild. The dead are silent, but you are not. So let's talk.
Wait, Bennett is dead? That complicates things, I'm afraid. I'm not sure if trusting Montelli is a wise choice, but in memory of Bennett, if you truly are as noble as he believed, go to Whisperwind Haven after dusk. I will inform Scarlet Velvet.
Oke. Hah? Jauh banget, 800 meter. 900 kurang dikit. Tele. Tele. Terbang. Let's go. Terbanglah kita. Hup. Sah. Bro. Salah. Phoenix Butterfly. Butterfly. Bentar. Kayaknya tadi ada yang belum gue buka. Oh, tuh dikit lagi. Dikit lagi nyampe. Belok. Ayo. Oke. Manuver, let's go. boleh juga manuver. Sekarang terbang lagi dari tempat yang tinggi. Sah. Oh enggak. Oops, ada peti tuh. Peti dulu.
Quickly and swiftly.
Take form. Think fast.
The fruit of ever my compliments. Hush. Take this.
Itu bukan mimik kan?
An absurd, impudent
mimik.
display. Improvise. Still recognize me? Running won't
Ekonya
save
mimik
you.
yang baru ada. Ada mimik nih Doski.
Terminals are divine artifacts from the Sentinel, brought to Rinasita by the first Primus. What you possessed were nothing but privately made replicas, existing solely by the grace of the Primus. How dare you defy our cleansing of such blasphemy?
We never stopped asking the Order for permission to wear the terminals, but every
Scarlet
single
Scarlet tuh
request
orang,
is
gua pikir
denied.
minuman.
You won't even tell us why.
Enggak, habis dari tadi kayak bahasanya tuh kayak Scarlet Scarlet tuh nama minuman itu loh kak yang di bar gitu.
Why should we hand them over?
Ini nama orang loh
I
Scarlet
can
Velvet.
sense your fervent desire for the artifacts
Iya, nama koktail
and the
juga pikir
blessings
gitu
from the
tadinya.
Sentinel.
Soalnya
But whether you are
ditemuin
worthy of the
informannya tuh
terminals
di
is
bar.
for the Order to decide.
Iya.
If you willingly part with your
Kalau
wealth
pesan
in
ini
devotion
terus
to
nanti
the
jadi
Order's
gini
divine
gitu.
cause, the door to
Ini gue
forgiveness
disuruh ke
might
satu
still
tempat
be
gitu.
open.
Begitu nyamperin
But
lah orang
should you
sama Scarlet
persist in
Velvet.
your defiance, we'll have to escort you to the penitentiary for judgment.
The Order and the commoners. It must be Scarlet Velvet causing the stir. The Order's arrogance is known, but such blatant actions. Is it because we're far from the heart of the city? Let's first address their troubles, and then we'll have a proper talk.
Nembak, lari baju, nyembur.
Surrender!
Iya. Enggak, dia bukan tank. Lebih ke fighter gitu loh.
Ah, the Montelli's second daughter, and this year's laureate. I suggest you tread carefully and avoid crossing the Order and the Sentinel, especially not for the sake of mere
Gue bisa pakai dia.
commoners.
Cuman belum kesampaian aja
Must
sekarang.
I
udah.
remind you again? Trading reserved terminals is a breach of the discipline.
We paid good money for these. If you're taking them, you owe us a refund.
Yet the very traders who took your money have seen the error of their
Oh.
ways and reported
Yeah,
your
yeah.
dealings. They have sworn to repent for their illicit production and cease all trade with you.
Nggak bisa ngindernya dia.
Mau ngepasin timing yang itu tuh, yang ngeklasin senjatanya.
Ah.
Itu susah banget.
How sad, Miss Carlotta. Such
Dapat aja
loyalty to
gitu.
your family, only to be left in the dark. No one bothered to inform you, did they?
Oh, please. My ties with the family are not so fragile as to be shaken by mere words. The fact that we're having this conversation at all means that you cannot ignore my status. Wouldn't you agree? The Sentinel and the Primus have declared free trade as our undeniable right.
Dia kalau lu udah
Scarlet
nyaman di
Velvet
situ
is
dan
always
itu juga
entitled
udah
to
lancar,
trade
ya
as they
minta di situ
please,
aja udah.
regardless of their previous partnerships. You preach the doctrine, yet failed to
Dimatiin
adhere
aja kan,
to
bisa
it
dimatiin.
yourself.
Bisa. Di setting aja, di setting.
If I were you,
Jadi
I'd
kalau
be
dia
on my
nyolok
way to the
mouse, dia mati.
penitentiary.
Nggak ke
Willful
jalan.
transgression is the
Atau
worst
ya
blasphemy
dimatiin
one can
ininya,
imagine.
Mark
mau
my
dicolokin
words.
mouse atau
The
nggak
day
dicolok, bisa
Montelli is
dimatiin
brought
juga.
to its knees by
Di
the
offin
Order and
aja.
Phasalia will be the day you beg for the Sentinel's mercy. When that day comes, all shall be under the Order's control.
Iya.
And it will
Nggak
not
pakai
be
mouse-nya ya.
long in coming.
Iya, ini aja. Kalau dicolok mati, kalau dilepas baru nyala.
Ernesto, the bartender, said you needed to see me. You may have just offended us, but you heard it. Your family has left us in a mess. Frankly, I don't see the point in having this conversation. But since Ernesto said it's about Bennett, I'll give you a minute, for his sake. Speak quickly. Regardless of the bigger picture, your side ended the deal. We were informed at short notice to stop all trade. And it's not just the terminals. No more jewelry, perfumes, and all that nonsense. You saw what happened today. Not to mention, I haven't seen him on telly for nearly 2 weeks. Where were you when we were fighting against the Order and the Phasalias?
There was a slight issue of a traitor in the vault, so our hands were tied. A direct approach works best at times. Actually, what that acolyte claimed is news to me. Surrendering control and ceasing trade are not in the Montelli's vocabulary. The Montelli creed has always been family first and a pioneering spirit second.
With your grandfather, maybe. But he won't be around forever. When Capello takes the helm, you won't have a say. The real question is whether we can get our trade back on track. Can your family still be trusted? What I need is a solid promise from someone in charge. Can you do that? One thing's for sure. I don't want to see the family who first broke the monopoly to trade with us commoners end up defending it.
I'll speak with my uncle and grandfather to see what happened with our cooperation.
You know what? This is supposed to be your family's business. Why am I saying this to you? Excuse my earlier words. So, Ernesto told me Bennett's gone. What happened? He seemed fine the last time we met. Good judgment there. The rumours are nonsense. Fencing stolen goods, please. Bennett used to handle our shipments for the vault, but everything was above board. Nothing shady, okay? He knew his stuff. Never took advantage of us, never budged on prices either. For him, it was always business first, friendship second. When he was running late, he'd stay up at that hill sometimes. We even set up a shelter there after it happened a few times. That's all.
Kuningin lagi nih.
Come to think of it, he did stay there for a while the last time we saw him. Asked us to stash something too. What was it he said? I hope we don't need to use it.
Seems Bennett may have anticipated the trouble ahead. I wonder if you might show us to the shelter. We'd be most grateful.
There's an entrance along the coast. Go straight down the road and you'll see it. What's your business there anyway?
Okay. Let's go.
Gently does it? Watch out.
Found your weak.
Together we vanquish. Take form. Make it fast.
Ditungguin kita.
Who's the cage bird now?
Drot.
Sever.
Kan
You can tell someone was here. Look at the mess. Perhaps Bennett deliberately arranged it this way as a cover. We'll each use our senses to search. Then let's gather and analyze the clues we find.
Oh, mana sensor? Sensor di. Because that book, as you flip through it, nothing's.
Something is
Nico
strange.
Suryaki malu.
These items aren't exactly rare, but they're not everyday objects either. They seem out of place here. Looks like Bennett left them deliberately.
Indeed. But what I find strange is these items. Don't they seem familiar? Do you recall those 3 lines from the anthology? The ones Bennett sent to me in the photo?
There seems to be connection.
Thy eyes guide my course in the tempest. The woman in the painting here seems to stand in the gloomy rain, but her eyes remain bright.
This line refers to the letter ML and CL. ML?
Like the secret code in drinks, what
Mobile Legends?
matters is never the object themselves,
CL?
but the shared rules and agreements between both parties.
The new one?
Now the book. It appears to be about winter, which is likely related to the second line, 40 winters.
Maksud lu apa kok?
The last one is a rotor device. The planet
Rose. Right, that's and a half.
MLCL 190468.
Koordinat apa?
That format.
Oh, bukan.
It's a vault
Kode,
storage
kode,
code.
kode.
Of course it is. Bennett was a vault keeper. But what was he trying to convey in such a cryptic manner? 4 letters. The highest clearance level in the vault. Could it be? Hold on.
Ini kayak Conan ini, anjir. Mecahin kode. Mecahin teka-teki.
Yeah. You asked me to keep an eye out for Bennett's terminal. Well, I found it. Yeah, that's for me to know and you to wonder. But it was not in good shape after what it went through. Yeah, if you can use it at all, the data and the records inside might need to be recovered.
Understood. I'll have someone pick it up for restoration.
Wait, what now? What, you're not even gonna check? Oh no, it's nothing really. Just worried it might be too tricky to repair.
All right. We'll inform you when there's more to share.
Okay. Oh, now shall we go get that terminal?
We're returning to the Montelli quarter first. The terminal will be fixed there. As for the codes, we'll figure it out once we arrive. You might not know this, but Bennett was never granted the highest clearance in the vault.
Isn't that a good sign? It means Bennett might not be guilty after all, just as you suspected.
But it's replaced by another suspicion. One I am reluctant to entertain, but I'm forced to consider. Only grandfather, uncle, and I have the highest clearance. Liberty Square, our proximity, The vault's security clearance. A traitor among the top brass. The indifference towards the stolen goods, and the authority to end dealings with Scarlet Velvet. There's someone all evidence points to. Were I to entertain it, it all starts to make sense.
Unjelek.
Uncle. But if it was truly him, the heir to our family, who betrayed us, wouldn't that be utterly absurd? Now all that remains is to see what the code reveals. It might clear our doubts, or confirm it.
I'll be with you, no matter what. So let's see where this leads.
Always be with you. No matter. Ya Allah, tele dong. 900 meter. Ini udah peti. Oh, ini dulu.
Make it fast.
Ada teka-teki. Keren nih puzzle-nya. Puzzle-nya di sekitarannya tuh kayak hitam putih. Nanti kalau teka-tekinya dapat jadi berwarna lagi. Berubah, turn all block into green. Oke. Berubah jadi hijau. Salah bro. Salah. Lebih gampang yang ini. Gua teka-teki sebelumnya pusing. Healing kok, hah? Nyelesain ke teka-teki dong. Nge-heal, let's go. Manjat, nggak nyampe. Allahu Akbar.
My people just reported some initial progress on the terminal repair. Let's go. Our meetup spot is right ahead.
Okay. Door.
Lady Carlotta, we received a terminal addressed to you, signed DC.
DC.
The initial restoration is almost complete, but some data is overwritten or isolated due to the extensive damage. We were only able to recover certain sections. Our evaluation suggests that a full restoration might not be worth it. But if you insist, Mr. Pierre at headquarters is an expert in this field.
Good. Make sure to contact him. Now please project the restored sections.
Absolutely. One moment.
One moment. You know, there's a pattern of woman between Margaritas. It is square. I was there
Yes,
not long
that's
ago.
where I was investigating that night. Seems like the intel was right. Bennett did go there. And the other location, I think it's my uncle's private dock. Primarily used for storage, not shipments. Reviewing the records hardly proves the connection between these locations. If time permits, we should take the terminal to Mr. Pierre. He's an old friend of Grandfather's and is an expert in this field. There may be other useful information in the terminal. But first, let's put that code to use. It could help us narrow down the range and provide better clues. Follow me. This is why I suggested we return here. Our vault holds everything. Family property, valuable items for trade, and prized possessions entrusted to us by clients. The complete inventory and access records can only be found here, accessible to those with the proper clearance. Please, follow me.
Carlotta mengikuti Carlotta. Oke. This circle purpose unknown. Deposits to the circle can start is in storage. Core data module.
Someone extracted the core data module. It's empty now. This must be what Bennett was trying to tell us before he died. Someone with access to the vault has broken their oath and leaked the data module. Now only Uncle, Grandfather, and I have the clearance to retrieve it. In Renisita, the Order maintains control over terminals, unlike other countries where they're freely traded. My grandfather learned to modify them during his early ventures in the new Federation. Our lantern-type terminal is a modified model. It may look purely ornamental, but it houses the tech modules we've developed. As Scarlet Velvet said, aside from our art dealings, we've been supplying these terminals to resonators at fair prices as part of our discreet business. By doing so, we've broken the Order's monopoly. We've given more people the means to protect themselves in their ventures, giving them choices they didn't have before. The Order is aware of our discreet business, but they turn a blind eye as long as we don't openly challenge their authority. The hefty taxes we pay maintain this delicate understanding. As a result, no family member would ever divulge our terminal secrets, much less allow the modules to fall into the wrong hands. What exactly are you planning, Uncle?
Plot twist, ternyata Grandfather.
No. We must find the core module.
Assalamualaikum.
Carlotta, where are you?
Uncle, may I ask you something first? Before the carnival, the priest showed me your pendant. How did he come by it? And what led to your capture?
Does it matter? All you need to know is that it's handled, and I'm in the clear now.
Were you mistreated? Did they coerce you into doing something against your will?
Heed my words. Whatever you've uncovered, put it behind you and all will be as it was. No grudges, no consequences, only family. Now, we've had some trouble with the shipment over at Septimont. As the rightful heir, I'm giving you a new order. Take care of it. And I'll pretend none of this ever happened.
I refuse.
Excuse me?
I said I refuse. I can't act as if nothing happened. I won't let a family member die unjustly or see our modules fall into the wrong hands.
Don't trouble yourself with the modules. Yes, our family's ambition has led us far, but it's exacted a price paid in blood and tears. What harm is there in choosing the safer, easier path?
I can't believe you just said that. So, you're refusing to tell the truth and reveal the module's location, is that it?
Why do you insist on tearing everything apart? Have you ever thought about what Adreno would say? What others will think of us? I've given you an out. All you need to do is accept it.
Then so be it.
Anjay.
Your course is set, as is mine. But mark my words, I will stop you, Mr. Capello.
Wow, sudah tidak mengatakan sebagai kunclek lagi. Udah disebut nama.
I'm sorry you have to see this side of our family.
It's okay to be a little less perfect friends.
Really? I just wished... No. I did promise I'd try to drop the pretense with you. I may need more time to come to terms with all of this. I don't regret uncovering the truth and exposing the traitor. I'm just saddened that my uncle is the one behind it all. We were meant to be the guardians of our family's ideals, to carry the torch forward. And yet now...
Udah ceritanya lagi sedih. Karena kan ceritanya ada traitor di keluarganya. Ternyata traitornya tuh
Our
justru
priority
pamannya
now is to
sendiri.
recover the data module. Every moment it's missing puts our family at greater risk. The core module is difficult to carry around. They must have hidden it. The dock Bennett visited used for storage. Could it be there? We need to adjust our strategy. My conversation with Capello will have alerted him. He's likely to move the module sooner than expected. I need to inspect the dock for any clues.
Udah nggak nyebut paman lagi, udah disebut bab namanya doang. Nggak, maksudnya dia udah nggak nganggep.
Indeed, but time is not on our side. If Capello acts on this, I might lose my window to secure the module.
Udah nggak nganggep dia sebagai keluarga lagi gitu.
We're operating as a pair. I need you to take this terminal to Pierre at the bank. If the dock turns out to be a dead end, we will need other leads. I know that securing the module alone won't suffice. I must uncover Capello's true motives. How it will affect our family. I'll figure it out. I promise.
No, don't go alone, Carlotta. You are going to die. Terpisah.
They call it a dock, but no ships ever come. Uncle has concealed what he took from the vault here. A secluded place entirely under his control. For a secret trove of such value, the lack of security is strange. There was little resistance on my way here. This can't be right. Wait. I sense an energy fluctuation nearby. Time to investigate. The size of this place is manageable. I should be able to trace the source quickly.
Cepetan dong ngobrol ya. Nah, ngomongnya lama banget. Zero fracture file goods and start looking for its source. On the left, a delicacy aroma of wine fills the air as you spot bottles of golden osmanthus wine. To the right, carefully folded custom-made clothes catch your eye. Their luxurious fabrics, but none of them are the basic. Okay. Oh, salah. Setting. Okay, storage box catches your eye. Standing handicraft in stillness. It's exquisite, but not what you seek. Terus dimance?
Nothing so far. Was I wrong? Maybe this place doesn't hold what we're looking for. Why did Bennett come here then? Or am I too late? Did Capello get here first? And the energy fluctuation. It was going off and on. No, I couldn't have been imagining it. Such a big mirror. Why is it here?
Pintu kemana saja?
Doesn't seem to be made of common glass, but some kind of crystallized energy. Ah.
Oh.
Will I find the data module on the other side? Or was all this just a trap?
Santai banget lu di tangan lu ditarik. Jadi siapa yang narik? Mesti biar. Iya. Biar. Iya. Oh itu, biar itu yang tadi. Ini apa ini?
Hello again.
Oh, gentleman. Hello again, Carlotta's grandfather.
You don't seem very surprised to learn who I am.
Carlotta told me Mr. Pierre always follows her grandfather around. My instincts weren't wrong when I saw you together. It also explains why you seemed familiar when we first met.
What's the term for it? A destined encounter? The universe brought us together, and I happened to take the initiative. It's almost poetic. Wouldn't you agree? That's it. I doubt you want more chit-chat. I know you're here for that terminal. Let Pierre inspect it for you, and we can resume our conversation.
Dia garuk-garuk, gue ikutan garuk-garuk. Barengan gitu. Blah, 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 blah.
Remember that painting we discussed earlier? In a fragile equilibrium, the smaller piece is forced to repress its true nature. It's confined to a seemingly flawless structure, stripped of its autonomy. I don't want the same fate for her. But I can't simply impose my path upon her, expecting blind obedience. She must find her own path, with a partner she can fully trust. As for those who betray their own blood, there will be no leniency. Even my own son is not exempt from this. However, before I intervene, I want to see her plan take shape. My hand should only be played as a final measure. The old give way to the new. It's the way of the world. But for us Montellis, the courage to break from the past matters far more than clinging to it. So I ask you this favor. When the time is right, give this to her. She'll need it.
It's a little tricky, but you're lucky to have my expertise. This terminal is defunct, but I've retrieved all its data, even the overwritten and isolated bits. The terminal has been tampered with, but nothing was intentionally erased. It seems they wanted to overwrite the data to avoid detection. I can show you. Do you have a terminal? I'll send over the data so you can see for yourself.
I assume you've taken care of Bennett's body.
We dumped him in the tacit Discord zone overnight. We'll claim he was killed by those monsters tomorrow morning. Sir, are you sure? Are we really going to work with the Order? Have they made you kill one of our own?
We're in too deep now. Handing over the data module to the Order will cement our position as an ally of the authorities. We'll replace the Physalias. The other resonators in the city are irrelevant. And Bennett, I would have taken care of him regardless. He knew too much. He deserved it for pursuing the Scarlet Velvet matter. Anyone who gets in my way shall meet the same fate.
Yes, sir.
We all stood together on that stormy night. Each one of us losing someone dear. And we all share the desire for our family to find an easier path forward. The best way to avoid sacrifice isn't fighting, but aligning ourselves with superior powers and knowing when to yield. You may have left the family, and I should expect no more favors from you. But I ask this of you one last time. Please, put this terminal in Carlotta's hands.
What's in it? Carlotta? What will happen to her?
Nothing. Save for the standard location tracking data every terminal holds. In 3 days, I'll be negotiating on behalf of the family with the Order. I just want to make sure Carlotta doesn't interfere in the meantime. She'll be given a chance to join our side. I promise. Think about Bennett. If you take care of this, I will overlook what he stole and let it be a thing of the past. I know you care more about your late friend than you're willing to admit.
Unbelievable. What is Capello even thinking? Killing one of our own? It's a complete betrayal of our family. I must record all this madness with something. My terminal. No, it's too risky. Wait, I have Bennett's body. Nobody's going to pay attention to a dead man's terminal. I'll record it, then overwrite with new data. I have to keep this record well, in case I also...
A trap? Wait, sir. Wouldn't Lady Carlotta be in danger? I don't think that's part of your plan. Are you really letting her face this by herself?
She's already there, so why bother? I trust Carlotta and our esteemed guest. It is a trap, but also an opportunity for her to mature.
Oke. Mestinya gue pakai Carlotta nih.
What is that?
The family will shield you.
Lul. Gue pikir.
These flashbacks. Could it be from touching that mirror? Energy crystals made into a mirror with pre-made Sonoro inside. A sly trap. This Sonoro. These masterless echoes have turned hostile. The frequency fluctuations in this Sonoro seem unstable. I'll have to handle them before I can search the area. Can you keep up?
The stage is set. The world is mine.
Boom, and boom, and boom, and boom. Ini Pak.
In the name of the Montellis. Still recognize me? Improvise. Brilliance lights the way.
Now there's nothing else in my way. All these obstacles suggest the answer is likely there. I must investigate that mansion. The way out and clues I need may lie within its walls. This layout and decor seems strikingly similar to our mansion, just with slight differences. This area, these decorations, the chandeliers specifically, were destroyed during the invasion 5 years ago. Am I truly in the past, or trapped in some kind of simulation?
If you're telling me he's adopting that orphan girl from the other side of the family, spare me. Already heard. Actually, I imagine the whole family's caught wind of it by now. Isn't that why we're throwing this rally for her today?
Tell me, how on earth do you stay in the loop, tinkering away at home like that? You must be shocked. Capello's already the heir. So, why on earth did he adopt her?
Orphan girl from the other side of the family, adopted by Adreno. This rally, held for me. A mere touch of the mirror was enough to instantly draw out my memories, experiences, and even passing thoughts, creating this Sonoro.
Huh. You look a little familiar. Oh, it's you again. What brings you back here?
You shouldn't know me yet. Not at this time.
I don't understand. What time? What are you talking about?
Sorry, please don't mind what I just said. I'm not really sure where I am, why I'm here, or what I need to do.
Actually, I think he meant to say, we just saw you. Just now, about a minute ago. You walked right past us and headed that way.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're back so soon. By the way, you do look a bit different, don't you? Your outfit? No, it's more the accessories, really. Yours are red, but the person I saw had blue ones on her wrists. Oh, perhaps I'm imagining things.
Blue accessories. I saw blue accessories on that hand that pulled me inside. I suppose she's the friend who invited me here. Could you tell me where she's gone? I've been left alone since arriving, and I believe I really should meet her.
Perhaps she's just out for a stroll. The preparations are behind schedule due to a mishap. Everyone's waiting for the rally to begin.
Yes, now I remember. The rally didn't start on time because of a lighting malfunction. On the other hand, once the lights are turned on, something may change and it could reveal new clues. Thank you. I think I know where I'm going now.
You're welcome, I suppose. Not that we've done much for you.
I doubt it means much to say this to you, since you only exist in this place, and unlike me, you probably don't need to hear this. But I believe Adreno took her in because he saw the makings of a true Montelli.
Fancy a wager? I bet 2 dinners.
Apa nih? Oh, terminal. Hah? Cek the list. Oh, ini deh. Spec. Aduh. I've got to keep the enemy close, just like the secret for those first 2 digits. The trees of the chandeliers in the hall. And the number of trees in the chandelier as well as 2. That's on Barolo. It took forever setting up in the hall. The balloons. Number of trees and chandeliers in the hall.
Gently does it? Can you keep up?
Salah. Bukan. Chandelier mah. Chandelier itu kan cuma 2. Pohonnya 1, 2, 1, itu 2. Oke. Lalu pohon nggak nih? Ini terhitung pohon nggak tuh? Pohon sih, tapi kalau tinggi itu 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doang. Oh, ini lagi ada 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tadi bisa tuh.
Gently does it?
Allahu Akbar, dia malah lari dong.
Lighter than a dove.
Salah.
This craftsmanship, a wise investment.
You know, as you get older, the good news. I only chose 2 digits of the light control password. Okay, I just go with August. 9. 89 dong berarti. Sekuatnya. Paling selesainya ini.
Can you keep up?
Pohon, chandelier. Pohon 10. Oke, ternyata yang tengah doang. 6.
Alright, time to check the lobby.
Rusuh banget. Grandpa.
Come over, my child.
Sir, are you talking to me?
Yes. Fret not, Carlotta. Come up to the front so everyone can see you.
I'm looking what happened 11 years ago.
Today is a special day. The beginning of your journey as one of us. As my granddaughter, you will now carry the Montelli name. My name. The family's name. And with it, its privileges and responsibilities.
I knew it. She shares our bloodline.
She is a true Montelli, just like the Padrino.
Puny little thing. Such a nervous look to her.
Isn't she from the lesser side of the family? And a girl at that. Why her? What makes her worthy of the Montelli name?
My thoughts exactly. I failed to see how she could possibly belong to our ranks, let alone carry the family name.
Okay. Ini dia nih. Oh, Carlotta juga.
It was you.
Cuma beda warna.
Recognition, praise, glory. Isn't that what you want? Stay here, and you'll have all of that.
Gulung.
Is that the exit?
Jump. Buru-buru keluar.
Dazzling sunlight. Am I in the court? Have I left that scenario already? Now the question is, what moment from my past does this represent? No.
Warnanya bagus yang ini, hitam.
How do I leave this place? Leave? But didn't you just follow me here? Cut the nonsense. You were the one who brought me into this scenario. Ugh, fine. But why should I tell you? True, I brought you here. But remember, I am a product of your own making. Your memories, your desires, your fantasies. From this moment on, I am also Carlotta Montelli. We will share the same past, present, and perhaps even future. Don't pretend we're alike in any way, and keep the Montelli name out of your filthy mouth. Oh, right. How could I forget? You worked so hard to earn the illustrious Montelli name back then. And this was your humble abode, correct? A poor little girl from the forgotten side of the family, trying desperately to fit in with the grandeur of her new home, fearing abandonment, and playing the part of a proper lady. You're a star in the ballroom, a top investor at the auction house, but your true talent, being the family's favorite weapon, carrying out orders without question. Is that all you live for? I thought you'd be thrilled with what I'm offering you. Acceptance, validation, indispensability. Did you see how everyone adored you? Isn't this a dream come true? Oh, planning to shoot me again? Don't bother. This scenario is born from your consciousness, and it's also my domain. Since the frequencies here can be shattered, they can also be brought together again. Why not try shooting yourself? Perhaps that will work. Don't be so quick to deny it. If you truly never craved acceptance and recognition, would I even exist? Since praise and affirmation aren't enough for you, I'll give you a chance to prove yourself. Show me how much your sweat and tears are worth. Recognize me. The world is mine. A new era awaits. Nice work, but this is only the beginning. You must be dying to know which part of the past this is. Would you like a little hint? Blood debts will catch up with those who have to pay. The storm is coming. Ah, now you remember. I knew you'd never forget. The rain that night never ceased in your heart.
Help! Help!
Oh, damn it! This is a trap! They've taken what's ours! In the name of the Montellis, this won't go unpunished.
Did you hear that? Oh, the panic in their voice. How they must be begging for a capable leader to come and save the day. Can you keep up? Quickly and swiftly. Still recognize recognize me? You will yield.
3 key areas have been hit one after another. South Second Block, West End Dock, and our headquarters. Intel says the Physalias are gearing up for another hit on our headquarters. As usual, we can expect the Order to turn a blind eye. They ambushed Father first before we did anything to them. It is beyond unforgivable.
We're running out of time. Capolo, we need a plan before Padrino wakes up. Call for reinforcements from the East End. It's risky, but if they don't smell our manpower shortage, we might just make it through.
No, we shouldn't do that. The Physalias were keeping an eye on our other territories.
No, we're not doing that. They can take the West End. Our men will retreat to headquarters.
Why? They're tough, but we're no pushovers either. We earned our turf fair and square. Why should we back down now? When Padrino eventually wakes, how do you plan to explain that we have let his and the entire family's efforts go to waste?
But we still risk exposing the location of our headquarters. It's all about predicting their moves and keeping ours hidden.
What about you, Carlotta? What do you think?
Once again, this deviates from my past experience. Well, I'll point them down the right path this time. We'll hit their base. Our people on the East End, the South Second Block and the Dock will stay put to give the impression we know nothing. Then we'll send our main forces to where the Physalias keep their echoes. The trade routes mean nothing compared to that. As they know what we value most, we need to demand something of equal worth from them as our bargaining chip.
Is this really going to work?
We can't afford to lose our people. Everything else, even the mansion, are simply assets. I'll cover the rear.
Okay.
Can you keep up?
Let's
Quickly and
go.
swiftly. Still recognize me? Stand down. You will yield. Running won't save you. Can you keep up?
Oke. Tiba-tiba manjat.
Surrender. Take this. Still recognize me? The world is mine. In the name of the Montellis, quickly and swiftly. Still recognize me? The stage is set. Found your weak spot. Can you keep up? Still is that it? I'm still standing. Brilliance lights the way.
Okay.
Wow. Look at you with your brilliant plan. So clever. It could have saved us from our humiliating defeat. And of course, you didn't just come up with it because you knew what happened. No. That idea has been brewing in your mind since that very day. How does it feel to finally have your dismissed plan validated? Back then, no one bothered to ask for your input, did they? The big shots like Capello and those old-timers couldn't care less. The family ended up making the worst possible choice. They called for reinforcements, depleting resources in both headquarters and the East End.
No. Cynthia. Look at me. Please. Why is this happening? At the West End, it's all my fault. I should have been more careful. You're the only family I have left. The Montelli's motto is enterprise. But there's no end to this enterprise. No end to the ambition. No end to chasing wealth. How much more do we have to lose?
In the end, your dear grandfather had to step in and fix the mess you all made. The plan advanced, but the dead were forever gone. It stands as the greatest tragedy in our family's history. With that blood debt haunting you, you became the sharpest blade, working harder than ever to protect the family's interests. And Capello? Did he think of seeking the Order's protection after that? When it became painfully clear that his power alone couldn't secure his ambitions? Come to think of it, what's so wrong with that? Sacrifices are inevitable, and someone must bear the burden. By doing so, the family's interests can be preserved. Is this not the balance you wish to maintain? You were never meant to make decisions for the family. Do you really have what it takes to reshape the order of things? No matter what you say, I must stop him. Why? Didn't I just show you a better future than what you face now? Merely an illusion of your making. My choices may have altered the outcome, but it's impossible to prove now. The past is set in stone. We only have one path before us. Yes, the cold rain from that night still haunts us. But we cannot be shackled by the past. I might not be in charge, but my principles are clear. Every action I take is for the benefit of the family. I must leave here and stop Capello, whatever the consequence. You're unshakable, aren't you? So you've made up your mind already. Our negotiations have reached a dead end. Then I'll need to try something else to make you stay.
Kagak kelar-kelar.
Left. You should have gone left. Wait. Or maybe not. Think it over. I told you before. You should take the easier way out.
Wrong again. Do you really think you can choose the right path? Stay. Let's get lost in this maze together.
Do you truly think you are worthy of the Montelli name?
Oke. Tiba di miss begini.
Just give up. What an embarrassing sight. What is so painful to watch? You might have another chance up ahead. Don't disappoint us, okay?
Yes, that's right. Keep moving forward. You're getting close. You have to press ahead. Don't doubt yourself.
Don't you see? This is what happens when you choose the wrong path and back the wrong horse. The cost will be far greater than you thought. Why do you always end up on the losing team?
No, not this way, Piccolina. We should try another way. Choose wisely. You still have a chance to make things right.
Oke. Halo, Kidman, malam. Not left, not right, something. Turn back to where you started, just like the. Wow. Oke. Juga ada di apa tuh?
Why are you?
I was worried you might be in danger.
Apa tuh, Kidman?
Also, I'm here to deliver this. The gun was always there. You earned the right to use it the moment you chose to act on your own accord.
The player can apply to settle in your Maksudnya bayar kah itu? Nanti deh aku cari tahu dulu itu.
Looks like you've made up your mind.
The Padrino's gun never leaves his side. If he places it within your reach, it can only mean one thing. You've been entrusted with the authority to act in the name of Montelli. Now, whether it fires and where it aims, the choice is mine alone.
Ya, makanya nanti kita coba cari tahu dulu lagi. Biar nggak zong juga gitu loh maksudnya. Oh, ini bosnya yang itu ya. Udah pernah aku lawan sih, cuman
I am merely a blade made for killing. Am I really qualified to change the status quo?
Why won't you obey my orders? I'm getting old. We should take the easier approach.
If we can make other people pay the price.
So, can't you just give in to me and stay here? Still recognize me? Victory favors me. A new era awaits.
Swift and resolute. Huh. Huh. One with the sound. Ha! The hour is upon us. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Ha! Surrender. How did you let go of confusion and doubt so
Nanti
easily?
pakai, gue mau coba cek
Those were your true
cari tahu.
feelings.
Buat main multiplayernya tuh harus banget begitukah gitu loh. Kalau bener-bener ya, kalau dipikir game mobile tuh kayak lu pengen main bareng aja sahabat kayaknya.
What makes us so different? Brother, care for a story? A story about why a certain girl was adopted. Prayer alone offers
Maksudnya
no
kalau game-game
salvation.
PC ada kan yang berbayar, tapi kan berbayarnya
In the
dalam
face
arti
of survival,
ya udah bayar di awal beli
greed
gamenya
becomes
terus lu main
meaningless.
gitu kan. Kalau main bareng, kalau yang main game bisa main bareng, ya yang mau main bareng harus punya game yang sama gitu kan. Paling gitu aja. Jalan mobile tuh kayaknya ada aja gitu ceritanya. Kudu gini lah, harus bayar per bulan lah, harus apalah. Bahkan yang kayak Hit. Oke. Gue nggak tahu ya ratingnya sebelumnya berapa. Cuman yang gue lihat itu di Play Store sendiri juga 3,3, 3,4 oke gitulah. Dia pun sebetulnya tidak terlalu rendah juga. Cuman kalau memang sebelumnya tinggi jadi turun segitu, ya mungkin karena itu gitu.
This suits a Montelli well. Repurposing decoration into a weapon, defying indoctrination to chart the course forward. Her blood runs with the same fierce will as ours. Come with me. The family will shield you and open your eyes to a new world. You will rise to become a true Montelli.
Oh. Memang anak adopsi ya ceritanya ini si Carlota ini. Iya, maksudnya kalaupun fitur multiplayer dan bayar tapi terus bayar di awal terus untuk selamanya nggak apa-apa.
Duncan was in the dark
Ini
about the real cause of
mau
Bennett's
main
death.
multiplayernya dia
He
harus
simply
bayar
wanted
lagi
to
bayar
protect
lagi
his friend's
gitu.
reputation. And Capello
Biarpun per bulan
used
kan
that.
tetap aja tapi kan terasa.
Duncan gave us a rigged terminal to cover Bennett's debt, clearing his name. Capello couldn't have tampered with the terminal data himself, or he would have found the information hidden beneath the overrides. He simply laid a trap at the dock that Bennett visited. I can empathize with Duncan, even to some extent Capello. They're driven by a desire for safety and stability. Tempting future even for me. We will never achieve that by surrendering ourselves to the Order. From the very beginning, our paths diverged. To yield to them now means giving up even more. And once we lose our grip, we'll no longer have the luxury of refusal. Grandfather and the others have already paved the way. I will follow their lead and chart a course towards a brighter tomorrow for our family and all of Raguna. Wealth and power will safeguard our freedom, while freedom in turn will nurture wealth and power. The Montelli family is set to break the Order's suffocating hold and lead Raguna towards a wider horizon, embracing Septimond, Huanglong, and other countries. And through it all, we will never forget who we are. The family exists to accomplish what one cannot, and withstand the winds of fate. This is the future I envision for the Montellis. Like I said, we seize control. An all-out war with the Order isn't a wise move. Rather than blindly tailing Capello in search of a hidden data module, let's take control and have him come to us. Scarlet Velvet mentioned they need a formal reply, and we can deliver that. Care to help me give them an unforgettable response in 2 days?
Oke. 2 days later jam 7 malam. Oke, bentar, cek dulu. Oh, udah bisa nih. Ntar gua mau jalan dulu deh. Bisa nih yang weekly-nya buat Carlota. Langsung 90. Let's go. Di YouTube ada sini kayak how to create world for free untuk si download.
From defense to offense. Take 4.
Photosynth life is in everything.
My compliments.
The stage is set.
Still recognize me? The world is mine.
Boom.
Masterpiece complete. Still recognize
Together we
me?
vanquish. Be reduced to cinders. Break. Take form.
Wow. Second phase.
Guests of the unkind. Ha, ha. From defense to offense.
Leave it to me. Growth and fruit of evolution.
Running won't save you. Still recognize me?
Take form. Feathers incinerate.
Listen up, fruit of evolution.
My compliments. Absurd, impudent display. Hush! Is that it? Still recognize me? You will yield. Glory demands more.
Boom.
Is that it? I'm still
Together we vanquish. Who's the caged bird now? Sever. Take form. Make it fast.
Blue. The fruit of luminous energy.
My compliments. Still recognize me? Brilliance lights the way. Surrender.
The fruit of evolution.
Let's go. Akhirnya dapat juga dia apa dalam ini? X. Aku mau lihat dia itu apaan. Iya udah bodo amat. Oh? Oh, claim 5-star overload of your choice. Ha! 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 Oke, sekali lagi.
Take 4.
Ngeong.
Crosscut. Sever. Be reduced to cinders. Break.
Still recognize me? The world is mine. In the name of the Montellis. Still recognize me?
Wolf, fruit of evolution.
Together we vanquish. Take form. Perish in flame.
My compliments.
Listen up.
Beckon the divine flames.
Surrender. Still recognize me? The stage is set. Victory favors me. Masterpiece complete. Still recognize me?
The fruit of bask in the sunlight.
Together we vanquish. Take form.
Running won't save you.
Who's the caged bird now?
Break. Leave it to me. Photosynthesis. I can use some fertilizer.
My compliments. Improvise. You will yield. Still recognize me? The world is mine.
Boom. Ketiga ya? Apa aja habisin semuanya? Salut. Oke, sekali lagi. Memecah.
Quickly and swiftly.
Together we vanquish. Take form. Feathers.
I can use some fertilizer. Grow from fruit of evolution.
Take this. Still recognize me?
Beckon the divine flames. Sever.
My compliments. Brilliance lights the way.
Take form.
The fruit of evolution. Life is in everything. Going against
My compliments. You've crossed the wrong person. Can you keep up? Still recognize. The world is mine. In the name of the Montellis. Still
Together
recognize
we
me?
vanquish. Be reduced to cinders. Crosscut. Sever. Take form.
Listen up, the fruit of evolution. Photosynthesis.
My compliments. Time to power improvise. Still recognize. Glory demands more.
Boom.
keep up. Masterpiece complete.
Okay, let's go. Ciao. Ciao. Bisa rata-rata. Iya betul. Udah kayak baru internet per bulan bener. Mau main game aja. Inget zaman RO zaman dulu tuh. Kayak mau main aja kudu pop up dulu lah. Oke. Ini. Oh, ada yang baru lagi. Double drop, yep. Apa ini? Trace of tides. Oh ini. Gila nanti dijalankan. Gue jalanin nanti masih bisa toh. Rata-rata. Tambah lagi stamina-nya, let's go. Trofi. Apa lagi nih? Masa udah kepencet tadi, kenapa muncul lagi? Confin. Alhamdulillah, buat si Jin saya aja kalau kan. Ya, sampai sini dulu aja kali untuk si Wa. Besok kita lanjut lagi untuk si Wuthering. Bentar. Yap. Oke, thank you. Sampai ketemu besok. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thank you. Belum.